welcome to my North Knit Corner. I am Anne and I come to you from the south of Norway. And usually I am making a knitting podcast here, but today is a different kind of episode. I want to make a vlog because I am going to a knitting festival in Bergen and I'm leaving tomorrow and I really want to take you along with me. So I hope that you want to join me for that. I am leaving with the bus tomorrow around 1. I'm taking the bus to Oslo, and on Thursday, tomorrow's Wednesday, and on Thursday we're taking the train, me and 3 other knitting podcasters together to Bergen from Oslo. So I was going to take the train from where I live to Oslo, the night train. Night to Thursday, but there's been an accident on the tracks with a freight train, so the track is ruined for several kilometers, so they have to fix that, and then there will be a bus instead of the train for a few hours, and then you have to shift for the train and take the train to Oslo. And I was afraid that I wouldn't be in time for the train from Oslo to Bergen, so I have chosen to take the bus tomorrow instead and stay with a knitting podcaster there for one night before we take the train together on Thursday to Bergen. So then I don't have to be afraid that I won't be able to go, that I won't make the train. Yeah, so that I'm going a little bit earlier than I thought then, but that's okay. It will be nice to have one more evening with a knitting friend and just knit and enjoy the evening before we go to the knitting festival. So the knitting festival is called Strikkekraft. It's directly translated to knitting power. So that's a pretty cool name. So my plan now is to do some packing. I need some clothes, I need some knitwear, I need some knitting projects with me, and so that's my plan now. So I hope you will join me. That will be very fun, and join me for this knitting festival. Wednesday and I'm ready to go into Kristiansand and take the bus to Oslo. Here I am in Kristiansand at the bus station and I'm trying to find the bus that will take me to Oslo. And I found it, and I was first on board so I could choose whatever seat I wanted, which is great. I was knitting on the Tallulah tee by Herbergarden Knitwear on my bus ride. And it is a real sunny day. It's so it was very warm to sit inside on the bus this day. After 4.5 hours we arrived in Oslo, and here you can see the Opera House, which is quite famous. I spent the rest of my Wednesday together with a knitting podcaster friend, and we just knitted and enjoyed ourselves. And the next day we were on our way to Bergen and Knitting Power. The train to Bergen takes about 8 hours and takes us over the mountains in Norway, and it's really beautiful. We were 4 people together, and we had an old-fashioned train compartment where we enjoyed ourselves and knitted and had so much fun. On Friday morning, we decided to go into Bergen city and visit several yarn shops there. This is Strikkekraft, a beautiful yarn shop. Hope you enjoy all the beautiful yarn. Here is Bergen Wharf. It's just such a beautiful place. So on Friday afternoon we went to the Hillesvåg mill together with 25 other podcasters. It was a lot of fun. And we got to go around in the mill and see all of the different machines. Hillesvåg is a wool goods company located in the innermost part of Hillesvågen in the Østerfjords outside of Bergen. The textile company, which was founded in 1898, produces yarn for knitting and carded wool for felting. Several of the machines are over 100 years old, and visitors can see and learn about how the craft is maintained. The main production of Hillesvåg wool factory is yarn for knitting based on Norwegian wool. A small proportion of industrial yarn is also produced for selected products based on wool from sheep breeds that are rarely included in the regular industrial yarn production, such as wool from old Norwegian sheep and grey Trønder sheep. Product development is an important part of the company's business, and several hand knitting yarns based on the fur sheep breed have added melange wool to the market that is softer than yarn types from any other Norwegian sheep breeds. was time for the festival Knitting Power. And here you can see YouTube live in progress. Here she is interviewing all the vendors for the market.
The more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be One day I'll be yours.
The Knitting Festival is held at Osterøy, which is a beautiful island outside of Bergen. It's just such an amazing view here.
The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day
And of course there were time for some knitting.
yours.
On Sunday, I joined a live podcast hosted by Nina in the podcast Den glade tråd, together with Susanne in Susannes strikkehule. Then it was time to head home after 4 beautiful days. And I was taking the train. I started my day at 6 a.m. and I was home by 11 p.m. So it was a very long day, but a very nice travel again over the mountains by train. Hi everyone, just stopping by to talk a little bit about the yarn that I got this weekend. It was a fantastic weekend. I had so much fun meeting other knitters, other knitting podcasters, seeing so many beautiful projects on other people's needles and seeing all of the beautiful knitwear that they had. Yeah, it was amazing. So much inspiration. Yeah, from the day we got there, we got to knit and talk and just enjoy ourselves so much. And at the knitting festival, there was so much beautiful yarn and accessories from different small hand dyers. Yeah, so it was amazing. I had such a great time. And we also had a live podcast. So I was a guest in one of the podcasts and it was so much fun. And of course, I have bought some yarn on Hillesvåg, which was an amazing time. Seeing the mill and seeing their machines and hear a little bit about them. Some of them are over 100 years old and they are still producing the most beautiful yarn. And I had some thoughts about what I wanted to get there because I want to knit myself another Eva cardigan by Petite Knit because I didn't like the color on the last one that I knitted. So I decided to go for this beautiful color. This is Tinde. It's Norwegian peltwool yarn. It's a DK weight yarn and yeah, it's just the most amazing color with so much life in it. So I can't wait to cast this on. And I also wanted to knit a Paul Klee sweater. I think that's by Midori Hirose. I should have checked this before I started the camera. Let me check. Yeah, the Paul Klee sweater by Midori Hirose. And I had some minis that I got in my advent swap from Lauren in Work Knits last year. Some beautiful minis in different colors. And I got some yarn for the main color. It's a Vilja Norwegian lamb's wool. It's just this beigey color. And I'm going to knit this together with these. I think that will be really beautiful. So that is all I got at the Hillesvåg mill because I knew that I was going to the knitting festival and I knew there would be a lot of yarn to get there as well. So as I said, I made myself a list before I went to this knitting festival because I get so overwhelmed when I get there and I see all the beautiful yarn and all the wonderful wonders. So I had a list. A long list. And the most important thing to get was a sweater quantity for my husband. He asked me if he could get a sweater in hand-dyed yarn, and of course he can. He's very knitworthy, and so I chose this color. A beautiful green from a yarn dyer called Malø Yarns. And she also has a podcast, a knitting podcast, but it's in Norwegian. So this is just sock yarn. And I don't know what design I'm going to knit yet, but something in fingering weight. So I'm very excited to knit my husband a sweater in this yarn. Then I decided, because on Sunday I was wearing my lapis top by Yamagara, which I really love, and I just decided that I want to make myself another one. And I found this beautiful yarn from Hillesvåg. It has sparkles, and it's just like an old pink color. So this is my main color, and I'm going to use this in the chevron pattern. This one doesn't have a name. This is called Multevika, and this is called Havlane. Norwegian names, so but I think it will be nice. Very excited to start this as well. I'm so excited for all the projects. Then I have bought this too. This is also from Hillesvåg, to make myself a petal party crop. I had some yarn for that, but I really want to have it in a blue, so I will use the other yarn for something else. And then I got this beautiful from Garnbutikken Fortuna. This is called Slites Cathedral. Beautiful color. I'm not quite sure. I think maybe this will be a top from Lily Kate Makes. She has one with like a little neck on it. I will put in a picture. I probably will with all of the sweaters that I've decided to knit, but this is a summer top, maybe. And then I also got these two. I got some yarn this weekend, you know, so hopefully you will just skip it if you're not interested in acquisitions. These are different, so these are two different colors, but I think I can alternate them and make myself another Amata top, the green one that I showed in my last podcast episode. They're so beautiful. And my last plan and what I got yarn for is the Summer's Evening sweater by Worknit. I had started on that, but I realized that I didn't have enough yarn, so I ripped it all out, and now I'm going to knit it again in something else. So I've already caked it up because I'm going to start it. This is from Saffron Socks, and this is also from Saffron Socks. So this is my colors for that sweater. Yeah. So all of these yarns are from Norwegian hand dyers, and most of them have Norwegian names. But as I knit with them, I will of course link to the shops and all of that. So yes, I'm excited to try all of these yarns. Some of them are new dyers to me, so I'm excited to try something new. So I had a wonderful time this weekend. I mean, going to these kind of festivals, it is really, yeah, just really fills my heart up, because knitting people is such a wonderful group of people, and there is always something to talk about and to connect us. And yeah, I get friends for life through this community, so it's just amazing. So if you watch all of my vlog today, thank you so much. I hope that I captured something of interest. It's not always so easy to film when I'm out and about, but I try to capture some fun things that I experienced. So I just wish you all a happy week, and I will be back with a new podcast episode very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.